This is the question asked in today's skillrack daily challenge. So in the first line of our input, we will be given an integer n, and after that we will be given an array of n integers as input. So here these are all the given integers. So each and every integer represent a shoe size. So here n is equal to 9, so we have 9 integers. So the first shoe size is 15 and the second shoe size is 25 and again 25. So like this, each and every integer represents the size of a shoe. So now our task is to find the total number of pairs. So before that, first let us take all the unique numbers and their count. So the first unique shoe size count is 15. So here we have totally 4 occurrence of size 15. So totally there are 4. And now the next unique size is 25. So we have to count the number of 25s. So here we have 3 shoe size of 25. So here I am going to write 3. And then the next unique shoe size is 35 and 45. So both has a frequency of 1. So 35 has 1 count and 45 also has 1 count. So these are all the available shoe numbers and their frequency. So when we add all these, we get 9. So now our task is to count the number of pairs. So when we see in the shoe size 35 and 45, we have only one shoe. So it is not possible to form a pair. So we can just avoid considering these two shoe sizes. So remaining we have 15 and 25. So with 25 we have 3 shoes. So we can have one pair. So from 25 shoe size we have one pair, and from the size 15 we have 4 shoes. So we can form 2 pairs. So from the shoe size 15 we have 2 pairs, and then from shoe size 25 we have 1 pair. So put together we have 3 pairs. So in our output we are printing the total number of pairs, which is 3. So this is how we have to get our output. So now our task is to define this function named countShoePairs. So it accepts an integer n and the integer array in its arguments. So now we have to implement a logic to count the total number of shoe pairs. So in order to do that, first I am creating a new frequency integer array of size 1001, and I am setting it equal to 0. So all the value array will be made to 0 initially, and then I am creating an integer variable named count, and I am setting it to 0. So I am setting int count is equal to 0. So now we have to iterate through each and every integer in the array ARR, and we have to update it in the frequency array. So I am creating a loop that iterates from 0 to n, because n is the size of the integer array ARR. So I am creating a loop that iterates from 0 to n, and in every iteration we have to update the particular shoe size in the frequency array. So in the frequency array, at the index ARR of I, we are going to increment the value by 1. So here I am incrementing using the plus plus operator. So now soon after incrementing the value, we are going to check whether it is a pair or not. So if it is a pair, then the count will be 2. So again, using if condition, I am checking whether frequency at the index ARR of I is equal to 2 or not. So if it is equal to 2, then it means it is a pair. So we can increment the count variable. So here we have to write a code to increment the count value by 1. And also after incrementing the count, now we can make the value back to the 0. So again, at this index in the frequency array at the index ARR of I, we can make the value to 0, so that we will be able to count the next pair. So this is how we will be counting the pairs. So finally, after the execution of this loop, we would have counted the total number of pairs. And finally, using a return statement, we can just return the count, which will be the total number of pairs available. So this is the logic to solve today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.